How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of MaLioSher Gaming, bringing you round 3 of Grand Arena. So this Grand Arena is another victory, but didn't quite full clear this time, made a lot of silly mistakes, and once again, I just don't like Revan. Just made a mistake fighting him, made a few mistakes here and there, but overall, I think that one of the funniest highlights is going to be when I fight the Qui-gon gym team. Oh my goodness, this person actually set up their Qui-gon Jinn correctly, unlike my last opponent. And yeah, one hit pretty much took out my entire Imperial Troopers team, but you'll see that shortly. So my opponent has some decent defenses. Once again, nothing too crazy, no GLs in the front. Apparently he has 2 GLs, and apparently he saved them for offense. So needless to say, it didn't work out too well for him, saving so many GLs for his defense. And let's get started. So we're going to start off in the bottom here, and here's my boo-boo trying to fight this Revan team, the Darth Revan team. Once again, I underestimate him. I mean, it's a decent team. It's 3 Relic 7s and a Relic 5, so I don't know what I was thinking that it was going to be an easy fight, but my other mistake is going to come later on fighting CLS, and the game crashed, and it was I don't know, I was just not lucky. I should have just went all out fighting it to begin with. And yeah, like I said, I meant to say my first fight here is CLS. So Night Sisters vs CLS is one of my favorite combos, and it works 99 times out of 100. It does just fine. And of course, this is the 1 out of 100 time that it doesn't work. Maybe I can analyze to see what I did wrong here, but everything was going kind of fine. You always start off killing Chewbacca, that way he can't get his assists on everybody. Once you're done with Chewbacca, you work on 3PO. So everything was going smooth. Getting all my raises, that way, my Doc is getting her life up, making sure not to do any kind of crazy AoEs. So everything's going fine so far. And then here's where it starts to turn a little sour. I'm not sure what I could have done better. So here I heal, which is the right thing to do, but this is what screwed me over. So instead, for some reason, they just destroyed my DACA, and it was just 1, 2, 3 over from there. So and you think that by killing the Chewbacca there, that I would have had no trouble cleaning up, but I was a total dummy, and I kept trying to underdo it, trying to save some teams, and by trying to underdo it, I ended up not fully killing them very well, but you'll see that to come. So next I'm going to do one of my favorite counters again, which is using Traya against bugs. It's a very, very reliable counter. The bugs basically kill themselves when they're fighting Traya, because every time they assist, they lose life. And here, I probably could have done it just like this, but I'm like, what new toy do I want to play with? And so I stuck in Maul just to see how he does, to see if he gets me 1,000 endless turns again, but he, like I expected, he did not do too well this battle. So as the battle starts out, the key to bugs is always AoEs, because since they share their life, damage them all, just And despite him being really low, he did a good chunk of damage to them. But as you can see here, every time they attack, they're just slowly killing themselves. If these were harder bugs, you would have to use a bit better Sith, like another guaranteed. So the three best counters to bugs, in my opinion, would be Night Sisters, Sith, Traya lead, and Padme. I already used my Night Sisters, and Padme seemed like a bit of an overkill. This doesn't mean a very good team. So just, here we go, just cleaning up everybody else. And nice victory. Now, which do I fight next? Padme, Revan. Let's go for the Padme. Padme is a pretty tough team. Well, normally it'd be a really hard team if they had Annie, but since their Annie is on the Qui-gon team, this is a really easy battle that I totally overdid. I'm not sure what else I would have used to counter them. CLS is a good counter to them, but I always like to save my CLS. I probably should have used CLS in this one just because there's no Annie here. So it's not like there was any real threat. Because, yeah, sure they have a Commander Ahsoka over there, the cat, but she just falls quick. Good old Snips just one-shots most people. So after we kill the cat, keep poking everybody else. Almost gone. And keep working on General Kenobi. And Padme's done. Pretty much the battle's over. Just time to clean up a little bit. And like I said, this was way overkill. I should have definitely brought somebody else to finish this. Like, maybe Vader would have been a good choice, or Newt. Newt does a good job cleaning up Padme's. Heck, you know, so since you have to use Newt when you're fighting during the event, she's actually a pretty good counter to it. And a couple more hits here. Goodbye. Way too overkill. So now we're going to decide what to go next. So from here, I decided to go for the Revan, and I don't know what I was thinking that I was going to be able to do this easily. But my Sith Eternal is entirely too crappy for this. Like, if he was even Gear 12, he probably could have done it. But just this week, being this week, I really didn't stand much of a chance. But I wanted to just try. Like, you know, it's like I said, I have a lot of new toys like Cat, C, Maul, and there's no really good places to use them because they're not arena worthy yet. Granted, arena is the most useless thing nowadays because there's essentially no point to it. But I said, hey, let's give it a try. And yeah, I realized that there was pretty much no chance of winning this. And I probably should have quit in hindsight, I definitely like should have quit probably right here. But yeah, Gear 10 versus a bunch of Relic 7s. It doesn't matter if you're a Galactic Legend or not. This is just a really fun fall. So his one hit from Revan they just did 75,000, and I think that my character has like 100,000 life. So yeah, that's pretty much would have killed him in one shot no matter what. So 2 imperfect wins over here. Here I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna use my ring. Because I didn't want to risk like losing a million times, and they didn't set their 2 GLs in the front row, so they're most likely used them for offense. So I knew that whatever was gonna be in the back probably was gonna be no problem, and I didn't want to just toy around. So this was probably a good move. I overdid it again. Like I probably shouldn't have brought so many characters like Rey and probably just the 2 resistance heroes. Probably would have been enough. Heck, Rey probably was going to be enough, but you know, I didn't want to chance it in at this point. So needless to say, at this point it was very easy. Anytime BB-8 kills somebody, it's just like insulting in my eyes. It's like a crappy little ball. It's embarrassing. And that's probably what I should have done the first time, instead of messing around and wasting a bunch of characters. Because the most embarrassing part is fighting this darn CLS. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have gone more forcefully against them. And then, like, the funniest part is, at one point I try bounty hunters against them, and I say a million times that CLS is my favorite bounty hunter counter, so I don't know why I was thinking that I was going to be able to do any better. But here, there's a super crappy KRU, so, like, what do I want to play against him? So, just for DNT here, another good old gas against General Grievous. And like you see here, my guys are like geared 10, like 11 and 12, and this is almost it's a fully relic team, and it's just so ridiculously easy. So, always want to kill the B2 first. Once the B2's done, a lot of their turn meter gain and a lot of their assists go down the drain. And here Gas is going to take a little nap. And in the words of Kenobi, if you strike me down, I'm only going to make you stronger. Kill somebody, and 5 is just buffs everyone up to wazoo. Nice little stun. 1 or 2 more hits. And death from above. Another easy victory for the gas. Now, I'm still trying to think if what I end up doing was the right choice, because in the end I'm going to clear out two territories. I probably should have gone stronger against this one and then cleared his fleets also, but you live and learn. Here I'm going to use another one of my shiny new toys. Someone I never use is Money Mothma with some leftover rebels. Like, I don't even have any good rebel fighters to actually use on a Money Mothma team, but I have all these reliced up rebels, so might as well put them to good use. I look forward to getting my Money Mothma higher. Money Mothma is a really good character. Like, there's just so many assists. And then again, it's not that great of a victory to be proud of, because it's a really crappy first order team, but using new characters is always fun. At one point I started to get worried. I'm like, crap, like, because Kylo Ren is really good because when he heals a lot when he gets hurt, and it's like he started healing more damage than I was dealing him, and I'm like, uh-oh, I probably should have brought Cassian to instead of Wedge. I should have brought Cassian so he could apply healing immunity. In this battle, it would have been over in like under a minute, but next time. So it just drags on for a little bit. To the point that I'm like, you know what? This is getting old, and I put it on auto. But with a good old defense penetration there and some offense ups, another easy victory. So now is going to come the embarrassing part of me floundering fighting a CLS, when I know I should have done what I should have done, and instead of doing that, I tried to, like, you know, underdo it and save people for other attacks, and, like, I don't know what I was thinking. So let's go take care of this CLS, and by take care of I mean fight another 2 or 3 times, because I'm a dummy and my game crashed. So my first attempt was probably, I mean, next to putting, I don't know, Gear 7. Oh no. So first I try Empire. Like, I thought that this team was going to do a lot better than it did. One of the things I regret most about here is putting in Wampa, because from now on I am never using Wampa for anything else except for Ewoks. Like, mark this day, last time I used Wampa for anything but Ewoks. And I thought this team was going to do pretty good, but they just got a TM train on me, and they ran all over me. And this is when I should have quit. I don't know. I guess that. And so when we do things like territory battles and stuff like that, when I'm trying to not mess things up for other people, I always quit or even force close the game. But I figured, you know what? This was my mistake. I'm going to stick to it and to show my level of dumbness. And the only thing dumber than sticking through that battle is this next battle. Because what does Max say is his favorite counter to CLS? Bounty hunters. So obviously, if I always use CLS to kill bounty hunters, that means if I use bounty hunters against my favorite counter, it's obviously going to work, right? I think that the game spared me the embarrassment of going through the whole battle, as you'll see shortly. I wish someone was here telling me, "What are you thinking?" And here we go. I do my first attack. And then the game crashes. So I said, this is a sign of your stupidity, Max. Just kill the darn team and get over it, because there's a whole other back row that you need to explore. And keeping it family friendly, I thought to myself, just poop or get off the pot. Just kill this team. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use some Imperials. And then I'm like, no, because if I did Imperials, it probably could have done it. But what worried me was too much countering. So unless PAT went before everybody and dazed them, I would have countered myself to death. So once again, I would have, used a counter of a team against myself. So definitely not what I was going for. Made that mistake once. And then I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's just get through this team. And this is what I probably should have done in the first place. I genuinely, people don't normally set CLS on defense. It's not, and if they do, like I said, Night Sisters are just such an easy counter to them. I don't know, I got unlucky this time. Literally, probably in the 5 years I've been playing the game, 4 or 5 years, I think my Night Sisters have failed fighting CLS 3 times. And there I see Ewoks, and I said to myself, no, my Wampa's not available. Yeah. I try one last-ditch effort, because, since I don't have CLS to go through those bounty hunters, and there's a decent bounty hunter, I think I only have, one more good team left. Yeah, I have my Imperials as pretty much my only good last team. And it's like, do I try going for Qui-gon or I try going for them? And it's really funny what happens next. Like, no, let's try Qui-gon. Here we go. I'm still like in shock of how this battle goes. It's just, that was so crazy. It was just like, no, denied. Let's watch it again. See if I can stop it in time. And that 113 damage, 113,000, 127,000. Yeah, not working. Not working out. If my Gideon is really fast, if my Gideon outpaced them and was able to go before his Annie, I might have been able to do this, because I would have been able just to do the whatchamacallit, Gideon special there that reduces everyone's damage, so I possibly could have survived the attack, but it was not happening. So, my tail between my legs, I decided that there's no chance of me clearing this territory. Might as well clear the back territory. So, now to clean up this back row, shouldn't be too much of a problem. The only thing that's a little ugly is the Old Republic down there. But I've just got tons of random relic people that I'm just going to throw at them. It's like no more good cohesive teams. And I'm like, you know what? Let's play with Cat. I don't think I've literally ever used her yet. So this will be Cat's inaugural battle. Throw some random Jedi on here. And R2 has some, synergies with them because, light side allies, and then we've got all that fun stuff with the Galactic Republic. So why not? Nowhere else I'm going to use them. Here we go. Pouring some Commander Sokatano. Basti is such a good leader. She's got so much protection. I don't think that they go through her protection this entire battle. It's just how crazy it is. And I think that my Basti's like gear 11 or something dumb. So we're just gonna work through everybody. You can tell I use these random characters a lot. And it's just a slow game of gently poking you in. After waiting some turns, get my force leap. Better to use it on the Zelda. And after my one good attack this entire match, go back to slowly poking. Ginger pokes. And this lasted almost the entire 5 minutes. Like it was brutally slow. So, did you see that? 70,000 damage on her, and she's what? Geared 9? That's not too shabby for a Gear 9 person to do 70,000 damage. So, Cat is amazing. Finish up goal T3. I'm so sad I didn't get to use my Wampas here. So, once again, throw some random assortment of people. It's like, who do I want to use? And I'm like, you know what? Screw looking for a leader, just throw some relics at them. When all else fails, just throw some random stuff. Armor. Never use her. Never use Nest. But again, these are like Gear 8 Phoenix, so I probably could have soloed them with Nest. I don't go for enough undersized victories. I probably should try that more often, but too many times I as you've even seen, like fighting CLS and stuff, that I do a dumb thing that I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try the underside, unless there's like sometimes people set ridiculously dumb defenses and like one shot them with a Vader or something. The entire team with one Vader. But another easy victory. Last but not least, some Ewoks, and I just grabbed a random assortment of characters and just threw it at them. Like, here's some relics, go have fun. And this is another super easy battle that Old Man Han probably could have just soloed it. He's a really good character. Like, people don't give him enough credit, but he hits like a Mack truck and he attacks twice, and he counters. He's a solid character. People don't give him enough credit for like using his stuff. He's got an AOE, it stuns. He's crazy good. And one more love tap. Chewie. And that's it. Another Grand Arena victory. Ending this round in first place. Because I'm not even going to bother fighting that. There's no need. My opponent started attacking me, but he didn't even make it through a single territory of mine. So there's no need to worry what he was going to do next. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Please make sure to make fun of me about how awesome I did fighting CLS there. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. Peace!